The tiny Caribbean nation of Trinidad and Tobago sits just 7 miles from Venezuela at its closest point. And right here is the Dragon gas field, which Trinidad has sought to develop in collaboration with Venezuela to meet its energy needs. But now, tensions are running high between the neighbors as President Trump ramps up the pressure on Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro.
He has not been good to the United States.
Over the past month, U.S. Marines have been training in Trinidad, leaving many to wonder if the U.S. military could use Trinidad and Tobago as a staging ground for a wider conflict. So here's how this small island nation came to play a significant role in the U.S.'s Caribbean campaign and what its support for Washington could mean for the future. While other Caribbean nations have spoken out against the U.S. campaign in the region, Trinidad's prime minister has supported Washington's moves. A few weeks after the U.S. began carrying out strikes on alleged drug boats, Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar and Secretary of State Marco Rubio met to discuss regional security and counter-narcotics cooperation. According to a readout of the meeting, Rubio also expressed support for Trinidad's Dragon gas proposal and steps to ensure it will not provide significant benefit to the Maduro regime. That's the gas field that Trinidad shares with Venezuela, and most of the gas is on Venezuela's side. A few days after that meeting, the U.S. granted Trinidad an OFAC license, allowing it to engage with Venezuela on the gas deal without being affected by U.S. sanctions. And around that very same time, open-source researchers began posting about strategic U.S. aircraft near the country. They also posted satellite imagery revealing a U.S. Special Operations ship off Trinidad's coast. By late October, the buildup was even more public. Trinidad welcomed a U.S. warship at its port and launched joint defense drills with these elite U.S. forces from the 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit. The moves have infuriated the Maduro regime.
Esa señora está permitiendo que Trinidad y Tobago sea utilizado como un portaaviones contra Venezuela.
Venezuelan officials have lashed out against Trinidad's prime minister, declaring her persona non grata and criticizing her for allowing the country to be used as a, quote, aircraft carrier against Venezuela. In November, the U.S. Marines returned for more training. Now, central to all of this is a status of forces agreement that the U.S. has with Trinidad and Tobago that was strengthened at the end of last year. It allows U.S. troops to operate in the country under certain rules. In the past, cooperation has typically focused on disaster response and humanitarian efforts. But this prime minister, who was elected on a law and order platform, has taken things to a new level. That's because in recent years, Trinidad and Tobago's murder rate has skyrocketed. Last year was the country's deadliest year on record, and the violence was closely related to gang activity.
I can tell you one thing, we stopped all drugs virtually from coming in by sea.
That helps explain why, even amid news reports of bodies washing ashore on Trinidad beaches and citizens being killed in U.S. airstrikes, the government has supported Trump's campaign, saying the operations are ultimately aimed at allowing the region to be a true zone of peace where all citizens can in reality live and work in a safe environment. The rising tensions have sparked fear in the country, where fishermen are scared to go out on the water and citizens fear retribution from their neighbor. Trinidad is already paying a price. In October, the Maduro regime suspended energy cooperation with the country.
Suspendido todo.
While Trinidad's government hasn't said whether it supports a possible U.S. effort to seek regime change in Venezuela, analysts say it's clear that the country's waters, airspace, and land could play a key role in whatever comes next.